Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It has been a while since I pulled out the camera, and as you may have noticed, I am in a new studio space. So over the past couple months we've moved. It's been super busy. I've just been trying to keep up with everything that I need to do, and I would have loved to record a video sooner, but that's okay. Here I am. This is going to be the last video of the year, unfortunately, just because I have so much coming up over the next little while, which I'll update you guys on very soon. But for now, I just wanted to show you guys around my new studio space. And as you may have noticed, this wall here is completely empty, and that is not my vibe. So we're gonna be hanging some pictures later. I need to plan out the gallery wall. I'll show you better the space in a second. So I'm gonna plan that out and swap out some of my prints in the frames and stuff like that, just to give them a little refresh and update in the new studio space. So I'm very excited about that. I had planned on filming today and I woke up kind of sick. I feel like I say that in every freaking video. This is probably the first time I felt genuinely really sick, so I'm sorry if I'm a little bit stuffed up throughout this video, but that being said, this is my only free weekend until the end of the year. So I wanted to film, and you'll just have to bear with me if there's any, sniffles going on. Hi, Moose. But yeah, so I guess I'll just give you guys a little bit of an update as to what's been going on this last little while. Obviously the move. Moose, I swear he's not come on the desk since I moved in. He's left me alone. He has a little spot by the window that he can hang out. And now, of course, because I'm talking to you guys, he gets very jealous whenever I do Instagram stories or YouTube videos. He always has to be in the frame. Right, Moose? Ooh, also, I just wanted to tell you guys, we lost our cat, which was super sad. He's an indoor cat, and in our old house, the door got left open and he got out, and it was a couple days of us looking for him, and it was really sad and heartbreaking. I honestly was a mess. I know it's cats go outside all the time, but just ours is not an outdoor cat, so it was really sad. But we ended up being able to lure him back by actually making popcorn. So I make popcorn all the time at home. It's my favorite food. He's like, you guys are talking about me. I want to be in it. Come here, Moose. Anyways, we have popcorn all the time at home, and he always comes around when we're watching a movie and having popcorn. So our last ditch effort to get him back was to make some popcorn, and sure enough, I started making it with the door wide open. The sound of the popcorn, the smell of it lured him back in. So we're very grateful to have him back, especially because we did move. So that would have very grateful to have him back, but yeah, before we moved. And also we were going on a honeymoon too, so that was really sad to maybe have had to leave him while we were on our honeymoon. So I'm just very happy to have him back. Right, Moosey? Are you happy? And I don't know if you noticed, he's sporting a new collar. It has an air tag on it, so if he gets out, we can find you, right? So yeah, we have Moose back. Anyways, point of the story is we have moved, we went on a honeymoon, and then I'm prepping some stuff for a few new stores that I'm getting into. I'm working on Christmas products. I have a couple markets coming up. It's been really busy, so I've just been focusing on that. But yeah, so now we have some time to spend in the studio. I do need to package up some of my products for the stores that I'm getting into, and then I wanted to hang my gallery wall. So I thought I'd just turn the camera on and film it and take you guys along with me, but let's get started on a little studio tour. I'm excited to show you my new space. I'm happy to have it separate from our bedroom. I was very grateful for that space in our bedroom before, but it is really nice to have some separation between where I sleep and relax and where I do my work. So I'm just very grateful for this little space. So let me show you around. Okay, so this is my studio space as a whole. As you can see, I have my plants, and over here is just the pictures, so ignore those. Those need to go up on this gallery wall over here. But then I have my stand that I always use for all of my shipping supplies and paints and stickers. I did a walkthrough of my art supply tour. I show you everything in there if you want to check that out. But then I have my palettes on top with my paintbrushes and everything, and then I just have this little plant stand down here, which just has some books and sketchbooks and stuff like that in it. And then I have my desk here, which is super nice for the windows to have it out this way instead of up against the wall. But when I'm doing work with my computer or my scanner, which is down there, I can just flip it around and plug into the wall there. So that's really nice. I'm hoping to film a bunch of videos here at this desk. I hope to do a bunch of tutorials and stuff like that. So I'm really excited for next year to kind of work in this space. And then obviously Monstera always has to come with me everywhere I am. I love it. It's so big and it's going to thrive in this space for sure. So I'm really excited about all the plants I can have in here with the natural lighting. And then over here, I just have my printer. I use this to print off certain things I need for my business. It certainly isn't the printer that I use for my art prints. I outsource all my printing, so it's just for like one-off little projects. I have that stand right there. And then this big unit right here is where I have some extra supplies that I need to run my business. All my electronics, my computer, my iPad, all that is in here. So it's really nice to have this extra storage space. So this is the studio. And now we need to work on filling this wall back here. So I have all these pictures to play around with. I'm really excited to get this organized to go up. I have to wait till my husband's home to help me hang everything because I cannot reach way up there. Nor can he. We will need a ladder, but I think it's safer if I wait till he's home to help me, but let's plan it out. Okay, so I have so many pictures to play around with this time just because in my old studio space, I did have these spread out around the room because the one wall I had didn't fit all of them. But because this wall is so tall and the ceilings are so high and everything, I think I can get all of them to fit, except for this big guy back here. I'm thinking I'm gonna hang this one that I use. If you watch my other videos, I use it for my markets all the time. I think I'm gonna hang this one on this wall and fill that in with the big frame. And then all these smaller ones can go on the gallery wall. So I have a lot to play around with. I just hope that these fill out that big wall. It's a bit intimidating with how high the ceiling is, but I think we can make it work. So I just want to start by moving all of these onto the ground and sort of playing around with the design. Keeping in mind that I will be sitting at desk level, so I'm going to hang everything from desk level and up. And then with the plant in the corner, that will always be there, so I will kind of hang the pictures around the plant as well. So hopefully we can fill it all in, and I'll just leave this one out for this wall here. But I do have some new prints that I want to swap out as well, so we can play around with the design of that. So I will just start by moving these over to the floor and getting it all planned out. Okay, so I think this is a good start. At least once they get hung, I'll have a better idea of how I'm going to want them. But at least to start on the left side over here, I want to hang these two larger pictures just above the Monstera up there. Hopefully they both fit. I think they will. That actually looks like lots of room looking at it now. I can just space them to go there really nicely. And then I'll just start working in these other ones. I just wanted to get a loose idea of how far apart certain frames need to be, just because I don't want similar sizes right beside each other, and I also don't want similar colored frames, like the white frames and the wood frames that look similar in color. Now I just need to decide which ones I want to switch out for some of my newer prints. I have some older art in these frames, so there's a couple for sure I have in mind, but let's play around with some different prints. I'm just shopping on my website for the prints that I want in some of these frames. It's just an easier way to look at it, all of my prints together, rather than digging them all out and flipping through. So I'm just having a quick browse on my website to see which ones I might want to put in the frames. I'm thinking about doing this soft pink flowers. That is actually a really popular print at my markets. I stocked a lot of the 5x7 sizes. I didn't have any 8x10s at my last market, so I did a couple of those for the market. So I have an extra here at home, but I think that would look really cute in a frame. I'm not sure if you can even see that, but this one with more of like the loose watercolor vibe. And then I do have one of my 3 new roses collection. I don't actually have that listed on my website yet. I need to get caught up on listing some of my new artworks. My 3 roses, you guys will have seen in my last video. And then I also have my circle florals that I brought the originals of to my last market. I haven't made prints of those guys yet. And then what else did I do that I have to upload? Oh, I have a couple sketchbook paintings that I'm working on getting edited for the market, so I can have prints for that and also to list on my website. So in the new year, I'll have quite a few new prints coming out. I just need to play catch up a little bit. But I was thinking the 2 other roses from my 3 roses collection, I think that's all I need. A lot of these are fairly recent. I try to switch out my art as much as I can, just with like new pieces that I'm worked on and that I'm proud of and stuff like that. So I only have a few that I wanted to flip over before I get these on the wall. So I think I'll dig out those and we'll be good to go. So this is one for sure I wanted to swap out the art in. This print is from 2022, I think. So over a year old now. It's fine. Like, I still really like it, but I just like to keep some of my newer prints in my frames and just swap them out as I make new pieces and stuff. So I thought I could put my soft pink flowers in this guy here. I think that'll look really nice. And then I also thought the one next to it, it has an old original moose. Could you not play with my art, please? Or my frames? I found this magnetic frame that I wanted to use for the gallery wall as well. I forgot about this guy. So I think I'm gonna put this print, this is from my roses collection, put that in there on the gallery wall. I'll have to find somewhere to squeeze it in, but I think it'll look really nice as long as Moose doesn't destroy the top of the frame. Anyways, I think this roses will look really nice in this frame with the mat. And then I think that's it. I would like to swap this one out. This is one that I painted on my Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen this. But I think it just needs to be a little bit of a softer vibe to go with the rest of my art. My style has changed a little bit, so I'm really into like the soft, light colors, and this just seems like a little bit harsh. So I think a circle florals might look nice in here, so I'll have to size that up and see which one looks nice, but I don't have that ready today, so for now I'm just going to keep this as is, and I will swap that one out later. But I think other than that, all of the other frames should be good to go the way that they are. So I will get these swapped out, and then we can wait to hang it. I'm very excited. It might be something that we do later tonight, but I will definitely show you guys what it looks like when we're done. It's been a long, long time. We've been down the same old tracks, and I've spent my last time on steal a place on 3 acts. Oh, is it too late to love? Is it too late to love now? Have I looked in all the wrong places, and still we felt the same way? We stood in the same lane and tied our laces, our elbows creaked in honey skin. Okay, so I have 4 stores to stock, as I said, and I just remembered I do have my baby milestones going into a couple stores, and I, as you know from my last videos, need to round the corners of these, but I did get a new corner rounder just because the other one was quite inconsistent, so I'm curious to see how this one works. It had good reviews, so I'm hoping it works a little bit better and is more consistent in the cuts. So I'm interested to give this a try, but I definitely have to use this one on the table. So this one just has a small, medium, and large. So I did punch out the corner of a couple just random pieces of paper, and I prefer the large. So I'm gonna give this a try on the prints. I'm really scared. If I mess this up, there's no going back. Well, I mean, I can order more, but I want to bring these this weekend. So I completely forgot about doing this ahead of time. I should have done this yesterday. It worked. Okay, it's nice and round. So I have to round corners of like 13 times 2. I'm so bad at math. 26. I have to round the corners of 26 of those, and then I need to package up some baby milestones and coloring pages and cards and prints. I'm really excited about these new stores. I want to like try to get into a few more stores for next year. I just like having my products in as many places as possible. That's why I've done like my website and Etsy too. I've like obviously put more work into marketing my website. I get way more sales through my website than I do Etsy, but I thought for people who don't find me from my Instagram page or from my YouTube, and they can just stumble upon the post on Etsy if they're searching for a particular piece of art, that I could come up from a search that way. So it's just all these different areas and extra ways to get exposure. So I'm just trying to get as much of that as I possibly can. So putting a lot of work into that over this next little while, and just trying to, you know, broaden my market, I suppose. So that is kind of the plan here, but I will get packaging these prints. I am waiting on a massive order of my supplies. So I have like my clear sleeve bags and my cardboard backing for my prints and everything like that. I am running low, so hopefully I can make it through just to get the store stock tomorrow. And then I will have like a fresh batch of stock for 2024. Anyways, I will get started on all of this, and then we'll be ready to go. I feel very accomplished today. Just sort of like reflecting on the year as a whole. I know it's not the end of the year yet, but this is my last video on YouTube, as I said, until next year, just because it's pretty busy. But next year, I really want to put in more effort towards YouTube. I find it's definitely like my favorite platform. Obviously, Instagram is really great for showcasing your products and, you know, building a community on there in a sense, but I feel like you really get to know a person on YouTube. I know everyone already knows this and says this, but more so for me than TikTok, I like doing YouTube. I just find the longer form content is more my jam. So if you guys have any recommendations for next year of videos you want to see, any tutorials or any how-tos, I'd love to get your feedback on those, because I want to try to plan every month to have some sort of informational video in addition to my vlogs. My vlogs are lots of fun. I can do them anytime, show you behind the scenes of my small business. That's really easy for me to film because I can just chuck the camera on when I'm doing this stuff anyways. But as for those like how-to or informational videos, I'd really love some feedback on what you guys want to see, because I would like to put out some more of those just to help out in any way I can, because I know that I found YouTube so helpful when I was starting out, and even now, like I use YouTube all the time to learn things, and I just want to, you know, share that with you guys. So let me know if you guys have any video recommendations for next year, and I'll try to put together somewhat of a calendar for next year in terms of what I'm putting out and when it's coming out. I hope to be more consistent, but as you know, life can get in the way. But anyways, that's my little side note. I will get started on all of this.
is the final result of the gallery wall, and I could not be happier with it, you guys. I definitely think I could add a few more frames just to fill in a couple spaces lower on the wall, but I think this is a great start. I ended up using pretty much the same design as I had laid out on the ground with a few minor changes as we went, so if you're looking to plan a gallery wall, I would really recommend using this method. The only big thing that I changed was swapping out the only black frame I had for a brass one. Once I got them all up there, I just realized that the black frame didn't quite fit the vibe of the rest of the gallery wall. I am so excited to make so many videos in this space next year, so make sure you subscribe so that you can join me in the studio.